Hey, what's up, everybody? This is J.Eldridge again. Yesterday I did some video blogging concerning the type of artist that I'm looking to do some music with and present a recording deal. On this video blog, what I like to do is kind of deal with the issue within the music industry, or those that are trying to get into the music industry but don't have a lot of knowledge about things such as being independent versus being signed to a label, and what type of deals. Okay, yesterday you heard me speak of the type of deal I'm throwing on the table, which is more of an indie P&D deal. Okay, it's where I don't necessarily own the artist. I don't even necessarily own the master, the recordings of the artist. But I do focus on trying to help the artist get a record done, production wise, and getting their music published and distributed nationwide. That's one type of indie deal. Then you have what's called a 360 deal, which is a full-blown record deal. Most 360 deals are offered by mogul type record labels that are established with millions, and are a powerful machine in the industry as far as getting you seen and heard on a national level and getting you presented in a way that is grand. Most 360 deals, when you do get signed, most of them, once the artist signed that day, they get a signing bonus, probably up in the millions, depending on how much those millions are. Depends on, most of the time, how popular and how famous the artist is and their experience in the industry before coming to that label, what that artist brings to the table. The more powerful you are as an artist without that company gives you more leverage and negotiating power coming to that company. Now, usually with 360 deals, this is where the label does own you, period. They own your masters, they own your image, your look, your name, to the point. In most 360 deals, the label recoups most of, or a lot of, or even half what the artist will make, if there's any money made from sales, but not just stopping there. Anything dealing with clothing lines related to the artist, or that the artist comes up with, roles in movies, anything related to that artist, that label will get a big percentage or half of what that artist makes. Again, all that, the details of that depends on your deal and what you and that record company agreed on. Now, there's a lot of people saying, okay, I don't want to go that route, I want to stay independent. Okay, that's your right. There's nothing wrong with being independent if you already have millions and millions of dollars. If you got the money and the machine power that this big label has, then you don't need the big label. At that point, you can stay independent and do for yourself what the big label can do for you. Now, however, there are a lot of, especially people from the hood, rappers and people that really don't really know anything about the business, really just go off what they've heard and seen from different people talking about it or whatever. A lot of times these cats will yell out, stay independent, stay independent, stay independent, but yet these cats are not getting seen and heard on a national level. Being independent, and being your own record company and being your own entity works if you got the money and the power and the know-how to get yourself seen and heard on a national level all at once. It's no good being independent and you can't get beyond the hood you live in as far as being seen and heard. I'm not saying independent has not worked for nobodies. The ultimate goal is to become somebody become popular, or else why even do this? And I'm talking about from an industry and business standpoint, a commercial standpoint. At the end of the day, it is about, if you're independent, it is about building popularity and obtaining fan base. There's nothing wrong starting out independent and building yourself, which is smart to do. And then eventually, when you get so big, go to these major cats and be ready to negotiate business with them. But if you getting so big to the point where you don't need them, then why fool with them? You know, you might as well become a force to be reckoned with. So I hope I gave some kind of clarity. You know, if you're an artist that's not already famous, you know, you're not already well known, you're not already big, you're not already a multi-millionaire, you know, I realize you may have to do it independently until you can get to the point where somebody thinks you're good enough to work with you. However, if you're somebody that has what it takes, if you could just get seen and heard on the night. I'm not just talking about, there are a lot of people, seem like every artist today think they're hot. There's a difference in thinking you hot and you just are. And then the reason why you know you're hot is because millions and millions of people love you and are raving over you. Yeah, that's when you hot. If you have, there is a such thing as having that ability to generate that kind of popularity, publicity, because maybe an artist sound incredible, look incredible, just has something about them that just makes the, you know, causes the public and fans to just adore them, and et cetera, then okay. At that point, it would make sense to, instead of being independent, if you don't have the money to get you seen and heard on a national level, to go to the big machine to get them behind you. At the end of the day, I say do what works for you. You know what I'm saying? Keep in mind that going big always comes with consequences. It comes with issues. It comes with less freedom. It comes with sacrifices for anybody. But I hope I was able to give some kind of clarity to the 3 most common deals in music business that I've dealt with. I've come from working for record companies as radio promotion assistant, working along with the total staff at that company, from the owner of the company, who was a best friend of mine, to his son, who was the president, to other staff members under him, et cetera, et cetera. And it really gave me an opportunity to find out how music business really works. Everything from the recording studio to vendors. You know, my actual job in radio promotion assisting was not just calling the radio stations and making sure product got shipped out, but it was also shipping product to vendors. Vendors are stores like Best Buys, Target, places like that. And record label inside the walls, we call them vendors. So, you know, it really gave me a chance to understand how the business works. My knowledge of the business is solid, you know, but again, having funding and money, man, to push stuff is, you know, and it is, you can have money, but also it is based on relationships to a certain degree. To a big degree, it is who you know and how well you are in with them and how well they trust you. But at the end of the day, have track record of success. That's going to win. You can be the biggest jerk and butthole in the world, but if your track record says fooling with you is going to make them win, they can hate your guts but still want to do business with you because you're a money maker. So I know I didn't talk to y'all to death. I'll video blog some more later on. Peace.